Okay, so I'm just going to go to share my screen so that I can show you how we are going to book using the back office, whether this is travel for yourself that you're booking or travel for someone else. The steps are the same. All right, so you are in our back office. This is pretty much your dashboard. And there is a difference between booking travel in the back office versus booking travel using one of our preferred vendors or an outside vendor. And the main difference is that when you book using the system, using our back office, which is a multi-million-dollar platform that's going to essentially it's a bed bank. So it's going to grab inventory from multiple locations, is going to give you the commissions for each. And you're going to have a wide variety of options. But when you end up booking through our back office using one of these options, you do not have to register your booking. It's going to be automatically registered in the system. It's one of the most simplest ways to do it. As soon as you or your travel vacations, then what ends up happening is IntelliTravel is going to go ahead and give you that commission. When you book using our preferred vendors, which I'm going to show you how to do that in a separate video, um, whether it's a preferred vendor or an outside vendor, you do then have to go ahead and manually register that booking into your back office here. However, the process is not complicated. It's as simple as uploading your confirmation, and the system will put in that information for you. So it's a little bit of a different procedure, but nonetheless, both ways are very, very simple to do so. So this is what you would typically find with a regular search engine like Booking.com, Expedia, Orbitz, where you can really narrow it down. You do have options for car rentals, cruises, flights, stays, activities, excursions, and you do have also the option to ensure your travel just as you would with a regular booking search engine. Oh my lord, I can't talk. So today we're going to do a mock booking. We are going to look into a property in Orlando just because it's always like such a hot destination in the United States. So let's just say this family or yourself, because the process is the same whether you're booking for yourself or for others. We'll just say it's a family of four, two adults, two children. We'll say their kids are still fairly little, 4 and 6. And then, okay. And then you're going to search. And that's then going to bring you onto the actual platform. And right now, what it's doing is just pulling inventory from all different sorts of places. And I'll show you what that looks like in a second. Now you can book multiple things using the back office, and I will show you how you would add it on to one trip, which is really nice and very, very convenient. So this does let you really narrow down your preference for booking. So let's just say you have a family who don't necessarily want to stay in a hotel style. Maybe they want a little bit more comfort. Maybe they want more bedroom, more space. Maybe they're really big on having a kitchen because they want to make their own breakfast and eat out for dinner or whatever the situation is. In that case, you do have Vervos within our system, and they do book through various vendors that's going to pull up here within our back office. And then you would just narrow it down by house, apartment, um, apart hotel, condos. So you can really get down to whatever it is that you're looking for, including like standalone homes. Then you're going to go down here and it's going to start giving you like all the options that are there. You can even expand this further. You can search by name. You can do by payment type. You can narrow it by price, narrow it by distance from a specific location, ratings, facilities. This you can really get down to the nitty gritty if they're like super that the pool is important to them. You know, maybe there's something that they want. Maybe it has to be beachfront. Whatever it is, you can go ahead and narrow this down big time to make it as customized for you as possible. So then you're gonna go into the options and you're going to play around a little bit with these. We're just going to settle on one just so that I can show you what completing a booking is like. But let's just say I did this for a family recently where they wanted it to stay in a hotel, but they did want a full kitchen. And so let me just put my computer to charge here real quick because I can see. They did want a full kitchen, but they wanted it a resort style with a swimming pool, and they wanted it um to have a lot of room, but still be able to have the privacy of multiple bedrooms. So all of these are going to have that option for you. And one of the ones that we looked into was this one right here. So for simplicity, I'm going to go ahead and book this. You do are one of the things you're going to see is different prices, and you might be comparing, say for example, on like booking.com and then comparing it to this here. And if you find that the rates are slightly higher, maybe on booking.com, I do recommend for you to go into where it says view property right here, just because this is going to show you this property but listed in different providers. So I'll show you what that means. When you click on view property, that's going to give you very much detailed information about the resort. You can then go ahead and browse all the photos, everything that this resort has to offer is going to give you a very detailed explanation of the hotel, or whatever it is that you're looking for. So when you go into the description, you see that it says the villas offers kitchen or kitchenettes. So this was what my client was looking for, but they still wanted it a hotel. So in this case, it's called a resort. Um, and then over here, as you can see, we have the same hotel but different providers. So Rayhawk, for example, is one of the ones that's known to give like the most commissions or one of the most commissions at 15% commission. You can then go ahead and search for what type of room would best suit you. For my clients, they were looking for a two-bedroom. Actually, it was for one of my travel partner clients. I was just helping her book it, but here you're going to have all the different options. So let's just say, for example, we like the 15% commission. So we can look for one that says that. So let's just say this one, for example, assuming it's perfect for what I need or my client needs. I love that it gives you even like the fees that you might not see that on Orbitz or on Hotwire, and then you get to the resort and you find out that it's not just what you paid online, you have to pay extra at the hotel. This does give you that. Sometimes the price will include the taxes, sometimes it will tell you when you're checking out. But if it's a resort fee, it will tell you for the most part so that you can keep that in mind when you're budgeting for you or for your client. It does give you further room details if you wanted it to look into that. And then let's just say this is something that we wanted it to go with. I do recommend that you read the disclaimer always, just because you never want any hidden surprises. Now, let's just say you are working on a package for this customer and you were then later going to look for flights or car rentals or activities. In that case, you would add it onto a trip and create an itinerary for them that way and then check it out all together. Or if we're just looking for a hotel, we would go ahead and proceed with checkout. It's going to ask you if you only want to check out this item, so you just want to confirm that you do. And then that is really all there is to it. You would go ahead and enter your client's information. Now, you do not pay for your clients, assuming that this is a booking for a client. You would need to get the credit card authorization form, which I will show you in a second where you would grab that from and send it to your client so they can go ahead and fill it out and return it to you. You're going to enter that information onto here. So once you fill that out, I don't think it's going to allow me to continue the payment without entering this information. But once you would fill this out, the next step would be to enter the credit card information. And then the following step after that is just to confirm that all the details look right. That is all there is to it. You would then, something to keep in mind too, though, is the cancellation policy. You always want to look at the cancellation policy for wherever it is that the client is staying in. This does tell you a little bit more about the fees, the policy. So you just want to educate yourself on this. Take a screenshot or download it if you can, but definitely make a note of these important details. And then lastly is travel insurance. You do want to offer your clients travel insurance just because you never know. If they decline it, that is, up to them, but your job is to make sure that they have the option of being protected. God forbid something happens during travel. Insurance does cover them with luggage, it does cover with health, and it does cover with like cancellation plans. So always offer it, and there is commissions attached to insurance as well. So that is pretty much how you would complete a booking. Once you get the email confirmation that the booking is completed, you would then go ahead and send it over to your client. So let's just say I'm going to show you very quickly where you would go to get a credit card form. It's very simple. It's right in the front, in your front back office. Oh my goodness, I can't talk. It's right in the back office. And when you scroll down here, it's like one of the very first forms that you're going to see, credit card authorization form. You are then going to just pull that up and send it over. Um, to them, and then just they would send it back and you would complete the travel. So you can always download this PDF and just have it ready to go. So that is how you would complete a travel, and that is the type of travel that you can do in the back office. All that the ones that are listed here: cars, cruises, flight stays, activities, and so forth. So I hope that this video was helpful. I'm going to make the next one is going to be how to book using one of our preferred partners.